Hello everybody, this is the Goofsome Fox coming at you with a match in the White Rider. The White Rider is still a suit that I enjoy using. It's got a Gatling gun, which was buffed a couple updates ago to help it deal more damage, which works out very well for this weapon because it also has a very accurate it's very accurate at the cost of a slower fire rate compared to most Gatling weapons. You have a heat lance type weapon, and you can see it there on the side. It's basically a heat stick, to put it simply, but you do have a forward attack that lets you poke forward while boosting, which is good for getting people around corners, and it can actually hit enemies off the ground, surprisingly. It's not... because certain weapons can fail to hit their target if they have an attack pattern like that, but not the White Rider. Maybe because it is a smaller suit, perhaps is how it can hit some of the larger suits like the Gelgoog variants. You have I'm gonna call it a you have the beam launcher, I think is what it's referred to as. And that's a part of your Shekina, I think, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's a lot of things about, as much as I like this suit, there's a lot of things I don't think I can pronounce correctly about it. But, it's like your standard Mega Beam weapon. Kinda works like the G4 Gundams, where it fires one large beam, except for this one, you can move while charging it, which is very nice to have. And finally, you have some grenades. You have a grenade launcher on your left arm, and you have 3 grenades, and each one is an instant stun. I was able to get this Gym 3 Close Combat, surprisingly. That's what I meant when I said you can whip around corners and stuff and kind of catch enemies off guard. You also do have 2 melee swings with this suit, and you can go straight into your melee without having to stop your boost. You also have the Zeus ability boost, which boosts all your range stats and lets your Mega Beam charge faster at the cost of your defense, but you do gain increased attack and speed. Unfortunately, no dodge roll or anything like that though, but I really don't find it as much as a problem with this suit to have it. So I'm just going to kind of stay in the back since this looks like this is where the main concentration of the enemy team is, and we are separated. What isn't good though is, well, I guess the enemy team did move on somewhere else, but I'm gonna hide underwater. At least I'm gonna try to hide underwater. There we go. So I'm not seen, and I can charge my beam launcher in peace. There is something up there, not sure what though. Actually, there's 2 things up there, but I preferably want to hit the thing with the most health, because that's going to, well, offer me kind of a better reward. Okay, 10,000 damage, whatever it was. It looks like it might have been the Gym Spartan RG. Okay, which I think there is one this match, which I think also means that this is a 450 cost room. I may have missed the cost a couple times talking about the White Rider's weapons. But, yeah, fun suit. Yeah, I mean, there isn't much else to say about it. Surprisingly, for not being like its counterpart in Code Fairy, it's still very fun to play, and again, a suit that I really like to get out often. I may have been thinking about capping that point, but decided not to because there is something underwater. Let's see if I can help. Actually, it looks like I will be able to help. Oh, whatever it is dead now, though, so not much to worry about here. Still kind of waiting for my Mega Beam to charge. I think I'm just going to call it the Mega Beam because that's kind of what I call it most of the time. It doesn't seem like there's... Okay, there is somebody spawning into their suit, or they just hopped in. Assuming they were maybe trying to claim point A, but couldn't. Okay, Gym Spartan's missiles missed me, so... yeah, it's weird. Those, weapons like that can be hard to control sometimes, but I'm gonna pop back behind this building and start charging my Mega Beam, and hopefully we'll be able to hit something with it. I have been kind of been able to miss sometimes, but it depends on the match, really. Okay, there's something. Pale Rider VG. I like that. Alright, there goes that thing's health. 9,000 damage to that. Pretty decent right there. Probably would have been able to do more if it was in its Hades, because that's really the thing with all the Hades type ability boosts, is that you gain an attack boost and usually a speed boost, but you do have decreased defense. I think the only case of this not being the same is the Red Rider, which I think only gets a speed increase. I could be wrong about that, since I don't really play the Red Rider too often. I usually play the Pale Rider Dualahan. And yeah, that's like probably one of the best 400 raids I can think of with the Dualahan. The Red Rider is good as well if you know how not to be predictable with your heavy attack. But I have seen multiple actually not even really use the heavy attack, they just use their standard attacks. But the Red Rider does have 3 melee weapons, so you can kind of do quick combos into multiple weapons. Gonna get my charge ready here. Speaking of 400 raids, I still need to test out the Gym 2 Semi-Striker whenever I get the chance. Definitely gonna make a video on that whenever I can. But from the testing video that I've been able to do, it does seem like a very fun suit. Actually feels like it could be a very good improvement to the Gym Striker. 9,000 damage there. I did accidentally knock over my Gelgu Kuma Lightning there, but I did apologize and at least was able to defeat the Pale Rider VG, so at least I didn't leave them at any risk of getting attacked. I don't think I'm going to actually activate my Zeus this round. Okay, maybe I will, because that is the Gym 3, and Gelgook is kind of lagging a bit by the looks of it. But they seem like they're back to normal now, so maybe they just had a spike with their connection. And my team is doing very well to deal with the enemy. Okay, so I am going to activate Zeus now, but I don't think I'm going to really be able to do anything with it, because the enemy is above my head, and I am going in for melee. I did accidentally knock over my Goog again. Yeah, sometimes I think it's just the way this melee works. Okay, did get a tackle. Okay, and I did get the kill, so last minute kill, but alright, timeout, good work. But I can accidentally poke people with the melee if I'm not careful, which sometimes turns out to be the case, unfortunately. Hey, top in damage dealt. Gonna praise the Uma Gelgu, because they did very well. Same with the Pale Rider. Alright, second place overall, first in damage, second individual, 4 kills and 1 death, so not too bad there. Alright, got 1 token. And it's gonna do it for this match. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up making some individual playlists just for the White Rider videos alone. Just kind of have something, because they are something. It probably is the suit that I have done the most videos for at the moment, because it's just a really fun suit to use. I can get some really good matches with it if I'm with the right team, and I can formulate a decent strategy. But with that, that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Later!